Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well, and yes, it's a new backdrop, rather fitting I think for the game that we've got this Wednesday night against Tottenham Hotspur. Shame we don't have this guy really going into this game on Wednesday night, and it is the League Cup. It's not the most prestigious of tournaments by any means, but considering we've just lost 2-0 to Chelsea away from home, we've also lost 2-1 away from home at Zagreb. It's another away fixture at White Hart Lane, but also the perfect opportunity for us to respond, lay a statement down, and hopefully we can get a couple of goals past a rather dodgy Spurs team, although they are enjoying a okay run of form. They've just had a 1-0 win against a good Crystal Palace side, so they're going into the game on somewhat of a high, and they've looked a little bit more defensively stable this season, so breaking them down isn't going to be easy. Hence why I want us to play our full strength team in this game. Not just because it's Spurs, but also because it's another chance for us to get some silverware this season. And honestly, the way we're playing, we don't look like we're going to be getting much silverware this campaign. It's still early days though, anything can happen this campaign, but I would hope that we'd take this competition seriously, and we just need to go all out in this game. There's no way we can be losing to Spurs given the games we've already lost recently, and considering we've got the likes of Leicester, Olympiacos and Manchester United coming up, makes this game against Tottenham all that little bit more important. To get a convincing win away from home in the lane would do our confidence the world of good. I don't want to see too much rotation within the squad. We saw how much that damaged the team connection, the team chemistry when we played Zagreb last week, so don't want to be tinkering with the squad all that much. But of course we've got one eye on that game against Leicester. It is difficult when you've got so many away fixtures in such a short period of time, because you do have to rotate the squad a little bit. But I'd hope that we're still going to field a squad that's adequate, capable of putting a couple of goals past this Spurs team and giving us the morale boost that we so desperately need at this moment in time. So I do want to see some rotation, and one player that I do want to see start this game is Callum Chambers, who is the one positive that I can take from the game against Chelsea. For the time he was on the pitch, he didn't get too antagonised by a rather ruthless Diego Costa at the time, but what's in the past is in the past, we'll leave it at that. And Callum Chambers put in an admirable performance for the time that he was on the pitch, did well in that centre-half role, and was unfortunate to get the own goal really for that deflected shot from Eden Hazard. So Chambers is someone I want to see start as centre-back, but Gabriel won't be available for this game, and I think Chambers will benefit from that slightly because he can play alongside someone like Laurent Koscielny, like Per Mertesacker if he's introduced back into the team. And I've noticed that when Chambers is alongside someone more experienced, he does tend to play that little bit more better because he's got more of a key head, more of a level head, should I say, and he just generally looks like an all-round calmer player. So definitely Chambers is someone I want to see start in that centre-back role alongside one of Koscielny or Mertesacker. And I'm kind of getting into the team lineup as it is, but first of all, I want to go to you lot on Twitter to get your thoughts on what team should be starting this game. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it is @simplycookie_. If you want to be featured in these videos at all, please do get in touch, and I'll be sure to have you featured in these at some point. So the first lineup that I've got from @iTaylor17 is Ospina, Debuchy, Chambers, Koscielny, Monreal, Ramsey, Arteta, Chamberlain, Ozil, Sanchez and Theo Walcott. Good lineup there. Next one from @Hustin X Williams is Ospina, Debuchy, Gibbs, Mertesacker, Chambers, Flamini, Ramsey, Iwobi, Chamberlain, Ozil and Walcott. And the next one from @Jackmella is Cech, Monreal, Koscielny, Mertesacker, Bellerin, Coughlin, Ramsey, Walcott, Ozil, Chamberlain and Giroud. And the final one that I'll read out is @R_Mitchell _AFC is Ospina, Debuchy, Mertesacker, Koscielny, Monreal, Coughlin, Ramsey, Ox, Ozil, Iwobi and Walcott. And just one more that I'll read out from @Miasan_Arsenal. I think this was probably the pick of the bunch for me, is Cech, Bellerin, Koscielny, Chambers, Monreal, Arteta, Ramsey, Walcott, Ozil, Chamberlain and Giroud. And personally, I think that's the lineup that I'd go with in this game. One thing that maybe I would alter from that lineup from @Miasan_Arsenal is bringing in Flamini for possibly Arteta. Flamini hasn't really had a chance to prove himself at Arsenal this season, and at times when he did play last campaign, he was all right. I think we all realise that he's a bit naff, he's not up to the Arsenal standard, but neither is Arteta at this moment in time, as was evidenced in the game against Zagreb. I think Flamini, if Coughlin is unavailable, which I think he'll be rested in this game even if he is available, I do think Flamini deserves the nod in this game ahead of Arteta just to give him some game time. And I want to see what he's about. He needs a chance to prove himself. Maybe he'll perform well alongside someone like Aaron Ramsey. Also, a lot of shouts for Alex Iwobi to start the game, and I can completely understand that. Iwobi was class in pre-season. Also, some shouts in there for Rene Adelaide to start the game. He's a player that I'd like to see get some game time for a couple of minutes. So, I mean, a lot of young players that maybe could gel in this game, but these are the kind of players that I'd like to see come on if we're about 1 or 2-0 up, possibly with about 10 minutes to go maybe. But also, the first team players in the squad, don't really have a shout to be starting the game, because some of them have been underperforming, and maybe it is a chance for some of our younger players to come in. They're the ones that are hungry, the ones with the determination to succeed. So maybe I do want to see some young players come in, but it is a North London derby, and it is a game that, given how we performed, we just cannot afford to lose. You can't afford to lose a game away from home against Spurs, and we did awfully away from home against them last season when Ozil got that goal. Harry Kane got a brace, so I really do hope that we don't see anything like that this season. Harry Kane has been well underperforming for them. Spurs haven't looked convincing. They've got a couple of scruffy wins, but I hope that we're able to put them to bed in this match. And yeah, I mean, I do like the shouts for Iwobi. I like the shouts for Adelaide. I would like to see some youth come in. Up top, maybe it would be a shout for Campbell to start the game. Maybe, I'm not too sure about that one in that striking role. Personally, I don't think we've seen enough from Campbell when he has been given opportunities this season. Well, in very brief opportunities that he's got. But, I mean, one thing that I would like to see start the game is Walcott on that right flank, Chamberlain on the left flank, give Alexis Sanchez a rest with Giroud up top. I think that could work well for us. I think back to the 2012-13 season where we had Giroud through the middle and we had Walcott on the right-hand side. That seems to work really well for us. That was back in the day when Giroud wasn't as prolific as he is now, and what am I saying? He's not even that prolific that much this season, but he's certainly improved in terms of goal scoring. Walcott on the right-hand side, though, in that campaign was absolutely magnificent. He was unreal, got a great goal scoring tally, and I think he even got better stats than Gareth Bale in that season where Bale did really well and got his move to Real Madrid. So that would be that's something that I'd like to see start the game. But the defence, I mean, Bellerin, Chambers, Koscielny, Monreal, I think that'd be fine in my opinion, with Cech in goal. I mean, a lot of shouts for Ospina to start the game, but I think we need a leader on the pitch. This is a team that at the moment is really lacking in leadership, and Cech is that one player that I think can calm things down, and he's definitely the player that I want to see start between the sticks. But Ospina has a shout to start. But in a game, in the North London derby where you need leadership, you need someone to be commanding, Cech is that one player that, for me, has to 100% be starting the game. But anyway, those were my thoughts going into the North London derby this Wednesday. It is a must-win game, albeit whether it's the League Cup or not. It's another chance for us to get some silverware, which could be few and far between for Arsenal this season. And also, it's a North London derby, and simply, we just can't afford to lose it, especially with big games coming up. Anyway, leave your team lineups in the comments box below. Make sure to subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, and please do check out my own channel, AFC Game by Game. We've got so much content going up there recently. And as always, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you like the new background.